recording. Alrighty. Turn my music all the way the fuck down. Jesus Christ. Alrighty. Welcome back, y'all, to session 4 of Worlds of Fear. While Prisma tries to figure out how life works, we're gonna start off with just the acknowledgement of what's happened within the last 2 weeks of your characters standing idly. Because as always, something happens even when you don't know is happening. So with the 2 weeks that y'all have just been just standing around, I'm gonna have to sit over Araxis, because I'll let him know that later. But week 1 of Rosestta. So on week 1, Rosestta asked the barrel for its name, yelled at it for being rude for not answering her. Then she asked the newborn for his name. The mother said his name is Aaron. Rose then looked at the mother and said, "Excuse me, I'm working here," prompting the mother to take her baby and walk away. Then she studied her book on Faying for Dummies. On week 2, she finished reading...
my character like that.
She's still learning how to be a fae. I read all of your guys' backstories. Week 2. Finish reading Druid's Manifesto 2. Ammo knowing you. Ask the beetle for its name.
Well, you actually read the backstory?
Yep. I read all of your guys' backstory.
Oh, someone finally read the backstory. Right, alien?
Right, alien? So, finish reading Druid's Manifesto 2, Ammo knowing you. Asked the beetle for its name. Stared at it for 20 minutes, then ate it cause bored. Got fed up and then got looked at by a yak. She got angry and yelled at it, saying, "Not like I can have your attention." Now had the yak following her everywhere. Esther, week 1. Meditated, but everyone was noisy and nosy. Found a scroll and book on Ragnarok, started researching to make sure that he is not of trouble. Week 2. Knows Ragnarok has been around for at least 1,200 years. Has read recorded events of Ragnarok's true powers. Basically knows that he can kill gods. Read that Ragnarok has had 13 children, all with great powers, yet all but one who are confirmed to be killed by him. Reasons unknown, but appreciated by the people of Northlands. That he did that. Araxis is not going to be said yet, because that is of his importance. Alright, but over the time, as y'all have been doing all these tasks for these 2 weeks of us not doing a session, sadly, y'all have been doing this just within the city of Nier, and somewhat outwards outside of it. And as you all start gathering up into the city center, where you guys all stand, perfectly right here, just make sure to ping. Y'all start seeing the town guards at the gate saying that a traveler has come. As he comes up to the town, he looks at King Allfear, King Araxis, and the rest of you, and says, "I have grave news. It seems that up in the hunting grounds, there is an issue that appears to be happening around them." And as he says this, Ragnarok says, "That's where my brother lives. That's where I keep him, at least alive. That's part of my homeland. What is happening over there?" the Wanderer now says, "It seems they're being attacked, but the attack only happened and now they're gone. But they seem to have grave news of your brother. They don't know where he is. He went missing. Last that was known was that he was in second. My cat just did something.
Unprepared.
Alright. But my cat just took off my ability to see my thing. In the town of Fjern. That's all I know. Your brother's last seen in town of Fjern, but now he's gone. And as that happens, this wanderer now disappears. Goes into a tavern and starts having a drink. But as you were given the information that Fjern and the hunting grounds just north of Stomping Grounds has been attacked. And that now your Ragnarok's brother, from what last session that we remember, about 2 weeks ago, Ragnarok has said that Prisma is, aka Araxis, is the one who needs to kill his brother so he can regain his power to kill that nasty witch, Hela.
I'm sorry, Dolly. Hunter's
You
not
good?
giving much space.
Sorry, what?
Sorry.
What,
Dolly's
Violet?
trying to get. Dolly's.
I said, are you good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Dolly is our wiener dog and decided to take the blanket that is underneath our other dog.
Yep. Y'all have now been sent on with the knowledge that north of the stomping grounds and the hunting grounds that it has been recently attacked, and the information of Ragnarok's brother, which Araxis is needed to kill his brother, has been taken or is missing, unknown of which. Do you wish to talk about anything, or do you wish to continue on to hunting grounds?
I think we should continue on to the hunting grounds.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Y'all start heading out then. Light the party. There we go. About 50 different actions just to bring y'all here. Alright, so as y'all start walking, you start going out to the land of the hunting grounds. Taking a short second to sort of just take your bearings at a campground, to take some rest, have a drink, regain yourselves. This is mostly me just making sure that all your characters are, resetted. Just gonna make sure to check everything. Alright, sweet. You don't have to do anything, I'm just making sure. And as that happens, you all now move up to the north in the hunting grounds. I would also like to go to the hunting grounds, roll 20. Alright. But now as y'all start coming up, you are now placed in the hunting grounds. Here, you guys take a second where Ragnarok starts, as you guys are walking, technically you're not standing, but as you walk towards Fjern, Ragnarok starts talking about the fact of everything of this hunting grounds, the land of which he was born in. He states the simple facts of, well, I was born here. As I was born, where I was also tossed from the forest off of Fjord. I used to live in a farming area outside of Fjord. My brother and I were farmers. Well, more he was the farmer. I was abandoned. And most of the kingdom here was ruled by my brother. The fact that somebody has went on to attack these lands means that they're asking for the fury from me. Also, I like how the whole time I'm saying this, I'm getting very somber music and not hatred music. But it's getting me the softest music in the world. But yeah, you guys are just notified that this is his land, the land of Ragnarok, the basis of everything he is. And so as you start walking the Fjord, here you guys are. Right, alien? Y'all arrive in the city of Fjord, where you see guards just standing around talking to each other. You also will start seeing, let me place the party here too. How places y'all like that, whatever. But you see the guards just standing around. As well as, just a few of the citizens just out and about, doing their duties, talking to each other. As you hear these two guards started talking about the situation up at the Jarl's place, the Longhouse. As they go, saying, It seems that whatever that farmer is yelling about seems to be, they're not from our lands, I know that much. They're screaming and screaming about something, I know that," as the other guard responds. You wish to, and as you guys hear that, you start continuing walking up to the Longhouse. As you would, I'm gonna throw you over there. And you see now this farmer woman here just standing, yelling at a guard saying, "We need somebody's help! We need it! There's nothing, it's been burnt! Everything! They went there, they attacked, and I don't even know if they're still there anymore!" As she seems out of breath and very, very complacent with, not complacent, but very angry and rushed and hurried and scared, with nothing but hints of some splatters of blood on her and some smell of smoke as if the fires have been burnt. And as the guards respond to her saying, "And yet they're not here anymore. They attacked and left as a raiding party. They do this every time." I'm pretty sure they all left knowing that, as they see Ragnarok standing there, knowing that this big fucker is coming back. The farmer then being like, "I do not believe anybody would ever help us. Please, you must help. I do not know what you are here for, but Ragnarok, they attacked us and left." As they stand there, you can now start either asking away or just have Ragnarok do the whole conversation. Do you always ask the farmer any questions? Being that she's in a state of complete and utter distress.
Who attacked your village?
We do not know.
Do you see what they look like?
We do not know. All we know is that they came and attacked. It did not have any colors that I at least recognize. These stupid gods keep thinking that they're just a raiding party. They weren't. They couldn't have been. No raiders would ever raid these lands, least of our people. Especially knowing Ragnarok's around. It does seem quite unlikely nobody attacks these lands. Not unless they want to live. They wore nothing but plate armor. Heavy armor, in fact. They came in droves, wiping out a good amount of farmlands, demanding for the name of I believe your brother. But nobody knows where he is. We haven't known where he is for at least a few months. Last I remember though, he was in the town of the kingdom of Liam. Sorry, I forgot the fucking name of it. How the fuck did I forget the name of this fucking prepared? Yeah, Liam. I said it correctly, okay. That's all we know. Fuck you, I said it correctly.
Did you?
I
Did you
did.
say it correct?
Probably. I made this city up. Come on now. But that's all I know. That's all I can understand. I had to run as they killed as many of my farmland as they could. The life of my farm went from plenty to near zero, as if they're planning another. That was just the first part of their attack. Nobody ever goes for strategic resources, especially when it comes to health and not attack again.
I have a feeling that they're trying to get to your brother and trying to lure you out of hiding, Ragnarok.
I'm never hiding. Everybody knows where I am. And if they want me, I challenge them to come get me. Or me get them. They seem to want to hide from me. Nobody goes for my brother. And everybody who knows anything knows that attacking my brother means their death. So I don't think they're trying to attack him. I do not know.
Does your brother have something that they could want?
The only thing my brother has is the ability to... is just the fact that he's alive. That's all. I've kept him alive for a long time. For longer than he should be alive.
Maybe that's why they're attacking your brother? They don't think he should live past the time that he should have?
One doesn't add up right. Attacking my brother means their death, though. Nobody can attack my brother. To attack him means your death instant. Even the thought of killing my brother will instantly kill you. No.
Don't know. I'm not the mind readers.
I feel whatever we must do, probably have to find where he is. And seems that farmer said,
Do you know where you last saw your brother?
brother, I would not know.
You need to talk to the comrades who've been seeing him in the last month.
I have not been here within ever for the last, I don't know how long. Last time I seen my brother was
I'm not
last
talking
year.
about you, Ragnarok. I am talking about the people in this town.
We could ask them. As you see
Do
that
what we
there's...
do best. Scope out, find information, and get to the bottom of it.
Yep, y'all can start spreading about, asking random people. anything about the idea of where he is.
I go over to this person over here to see if they seen or heard anything.
Alright. Ragnarok sort of just goes over to this guard with Araxis. Esther, do you know who you would like to go to? There's the two guards down there.
Just see it.
Say again?
Then Esther should go to one of the guards.
Yeah, there's two of these guards over here you can go to. I'll just bring them over here. Alright. And, Rosestta, what would you like to ask this guard? And I guess the obvious. Have you seen Ragnarok's brother, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
As you ask this guard, actually, are you at the guard? No, you're at those two people.
No, I'm at this person right here.
You're at the two people. So as you go up to these two people, you ask, you first go up to the child, not realizing it's a child, and be like, and asking it, do you know what Ragnarok's brother is? And as the child looks
I can do my own voice.
well, then you should do it.
You're not giving me a chance! Have you seen a tall man that looks like Ragnarok anywhere? Or know of him?
I've seen a lot of tall people. You're a tall person. That's a tall person. As he points at his dad, directly behind him. The dad then shaking his head, saying, "No, young son. Last time we've seen anything about Ragnarok's brother has been 2 months ago, approximately. So he hasn't been around here since then. I believe the last anybody has known of him was most likely in Lim. It's the most I will probably know. He was said 2 months ago to be traveling there. We haven't seen him since then. That's the most we know."
Do you know any of the attacks that's been happening around here?
Men in plated armors that came by and attacked and then left? Yeah. We know that they came by and attacked and then left. They attacked mostly the farmlands from what we're hearing. They didn't attack any of our towns yet, at least that we know of. Surprised that Ragnarok wasn't here immediately to kill them. Sounds like something blocked him from knowing. Well, let's see.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's all we know.
Is there anything else that you can tell me that's been suspicious or just not of the normal?
Not really. It's pretty much just the same as usual here. The only difference is the attacks. They attacked those farmlands. Not much more I know that other than that looks different or strange here. Oh, that's it really. Also, did you know,
thank you.
I could say another thing that looks suspicious. Do you know you have a yak currently following you? As he points at the yak that's just around the corner of a building, just staring at you. Intently.
Yeah, I tried to befriend it and it's weary of me and watching me. Don't worry about the yak.
He seems to be very heavily paying attention to you.
Anyways, I'm gonna go over here.
As you start
Ignoring
going
the
over there,
comment of the yak.
as you go over there, the yak is still following you and paying attention to every movement you make.
What did I do to earn this yak's attention again?
You fade the fuck out of
You
it.
can
Where
befriend it.
no, she didn't even friend it. She literally did a fey move where she said, well, it's not like I can get your attention. And now it has its attention. Rosette has the yak's attention. All she has. It's not an ally, it's not a friend, she just has its attention.
Okay. Ragnarok, have you found anything else out about your brother?
I mean, this god just told me on Araxis. Strangely enough, Araxis has just been quiet this whole time. But from what the god told me, same as every other person here. Been 2 months, he went to Lim. Haven't seen him since, and they're also blaming me for— You haven't? How have you not fucking killed any of the people who attacked the farms? I did not know they were being attacked. I don't know why. Something stopped me from knowing, I guess. You're usually always instantly here, before an attack. Now we have to deal with everyone yelling at us. Not very, very protector of you, is it? As Ragnarok turns around away from the guard, he then says, yeah, not much. What have you found out? Also, why is that yak still following you?
I think I should go deal with it in a second. I found out that your brother hasn't been here for 2 months.
Yeah.
He's been in another town.
Yeah, they said the same to me. He went to Lim 2 months ago. They haven't seen him since. Doesn't take more than 2 months to go to Lim. Or back. Something isn't
But for
right
some
here.
reason, they're not. The guards that were here were not attacking the town itself, just the farmland.
Yeah, it's usually a strategic thing. Take away the food, but people here have food. It's almost like they're trying to get attention. Or
Maybe to get your attention, probably?
most likely.
Let's go see if Esther has found anything else out.
Best idea. Esther, do you wish to ask the 2 guards anything?
Do I start my interaction?
Yeah.
Alright. Esther walks up to the guards. Is thinking this is asshole, as usual. Because always dealing with one issue then the next. But went up to the god and started to speak. Excuse me, can you tell us anything that has happened around here lately and where y'all's younger brother has went?
His younger brother. 2 months ago, he went to Lim. No, he didn't go to Lim. I thought he went to Scorn. No, he went to Lin. Was it not Rains? No, well, it was 2 months ago. He would have gone to somewhere else. No, 2 months ago he went to Lim. He left the town, and now hasn't seen him. None of us have seen him since. I usually am always posted here, but he usually only ever comes around every week or so. So we haven't seen him for 2 months. The last I remember, he was kind of looking kind of pale. But he said something. I don't quite remember what. As this guard, that's primarily speaking, looks at the guard to his left. He says, what was it? I feel like you remember this better than me. The other guard looking back, being like, oh yeah. He said something about how that he's being controlled or kept, something of that sort. Controlled or kept, caged. That is sort of a C or a K. Does cage start with a K? You're an
It
idiot.
starts with a C, and are you saying that he's been captured?
Probably. As that guard starts looking down, saying probably, the other guard, the one who primarily you were speaking to, says, "Oh no, I remember what he said. It wasn't captured, or caged, or controlled. Also, none of those start with a K, you idiot. No, he said that he was feeling pressured, which also doesn't start with a K, you idiot." As he smacks the other guard in the head, on the helmet, with his helmet. No, he said he was feeling pressured, like he had to go somewhere, stay low, or he said he was under a lot of pressure. Doesn't make sense, because he hasn't had any pressure since who knows how long ago he was king now. He's no longer king, though. But he's saying he was feeling pressured, as if he needed to keep himself safe. Which also doesn't start with a C or a K, you idiot! And takes his helmet, smacks the guard next to him on the head with it. Yeah, that's all I know. That's all I remember, at least. Also, there was this...
So you're saying that your protector was feeling pressured and pale, yet you didn't find this suspicious at all during the time. Did he happen to leave anyone in charge while he went away for these months?
Our protector? Ragnarok? I mean, Ragnarok just usually goes everywhere.
I mean, before Ragnarok's brothers left, did he put anyone in charge when Ragnarok is not around?
His brother has been in charge for over 1,000 years or so. No, the usual person in charge has been in this town has always been the Jarl. Jarl of Fleck. He's usually always just kept up in his longhouse, but usually recently he went out on the ships. He went through rains to get to a ship to go out on a raid towards England. It's probably been about what, 4 weeks now he's been out. Yeah, most of it as a king. He lives in Lim, but he usually is more focused on talking to other kings throughout the lands. He's been probably out for about 3 months or so, 4 months. He's been on a crusade trying to keep relations strong, making sure that nobody breaks apart the land of the hunting grounds. But Rorik, he hasn't been king for a very long time. The only real protector we have here, an army technically, is Ragnarok. We're more here to keep the idea that this land needs gods, mostly just for law abiding. We tell people to not hurt each other here, basically. Also, don't hurt anybody here. Ragnarok will kill you.
I wasn't planning on it unless Ragnarok specifically asks for it.
Oh, he never does. I mean, there was that one time. We're not talking about that. She smacks him in the stomach with the helmet.
He slightly smacks her forehead a little bit in frustration, thinking that these people do not have a strong political system.
Braddock is just standing there, be like, kind of don't really need government in my lands. Defeats the purpose of why I'm here. Most of it is.
Yes, but you were prevented from coming here for some reason, and your people, mainly the farmers, are frustrated, and you are lacking resources. So this whole home of yours could possibly perish from the lack of food.
Well, wouldn't say perish. Nobody here will really perish from lack of food. There's a lot of food here to begin with. As he points at the gardens outside of everybody's houses. Most people here are pretty well supplied. The farms are more just a staple. But the fact of
More
me
what?
not knowing my lands was being attacked is at this point more of a feels more like it was kept from me and from a higher sense than just mortal life. So something most likely hella stopping me. Could be any of the gods though. They tend to not like my land. Or me. But it seems what I've been told and what Rosestta here has been told is that Lim was where he was going. His gods seem to say the same thing. He wouldn't have taken through months
I think
to
we
go
should
to
go
Lim.
check Lynn and see if he's there.
We could. Y'all wish to go to Lim?
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, it's the only thing that we can
Yep.
really do. So yeah.
Kind of the point of why I've said the same thing about 5 times. As y'all start walking towards Lim, you're now in the town of Lim. But y'all come through the side of the town, through the side entrance. That's through the northern part of the town. Give me a second, I have to find where the goddamn thing is. There it is. As you see, guards just all located on the roads, all the way from the entrance of Lim, all the way towards the dock, and even a bunch surrounding the just in front of the castle, as people, all as citizens, are all yelling at a nobleman who stands there, all being yelled at by everybody about the recent attacks. The same thing you all have heard recently. And the nobleman just simply stating the same thing to them that you have heard from everyone else. At some point, they most likely would have gotten scared. I mean, if we really were in trouble, all they killed was a bunch of livestock. Didn't really hurt anybody. Just killed a lot of livestock. I mean, at this point, they're more just testing out something, it feels. I don't know, but I don't feel like we have to fear. We're in the land of Ragnarok. Nobody here really needs to worry. For example, look, that's Ragnarok! As he goes back in the castle and quickly closes the door behind him.
For someone that was just complaining.
Oddly
Ugh.
suspicious.
But now you see all the citizens. Sorry, my throat is dry. All the citizens starting to see that Ragnarok is here, and they start all trying to come up to Ragnarok and surround him. The ones originally complaining and arguing to the nobleman, who seems to have no affiliation, are all now yelling at Ragnarok, saying, "Where were you? Why weren't you here to protect us? Also, my lamb died." All just yelling at him, all a bunch of stuff, and him saying, "So nobody was killed? Just animals?" He said, "And not some of our houses were burned." Houses can be repaired easily, but just glad nobody was killed, at least yet. Are you gonna kill them though, Ragnarok? Well, first things first, as Ragnarok says, have you seen my brother? They said 2 months ago he came here. Last I'd known, he was supposed to be here. And as they all start talking and saying stuff, the farmers start stating the fact that last time they saw him was literally 3 days ago. More than either 3 or 5 days ago, they say. His brother was running somewhere over to, I believe, what they said was Furin Farm, the birthplace of Ragnarok and his family. But other than that, there wasn't. That's all they remember was about 3 to 5 days ago. They saw him running towards it. This was about 2 days around the same time that the armies came by to start destroying everything. Other than that, there's what you were told. And Furin Farms is where they last saw him. As I said, the only other information that is heard is from this wanderer, who I actually put behind a fucking guard, starts walking up saying, "Oh yeah, Ragnarok, your brother, he's seems to be tied up." As this wanderer is seemingly not looking correct. Something unnatural about him. Something in his eyes seemed to glow green. Slight green, sort of, in his eyes glowing. And yet, him smiling as he says,
What do you mean he's tied up?
Do not worry, mortal. You'll be fine. His brother was tied up.
That's what I'm asking. What do you mean he was tied up?
He was tied. Captured? Surrounded? Something. All I can tell you, Ragnarok and pathetic others, is I at least owe you this information. If you don't want your brother to be the reason of why your powers are kept, I owe you at least this once. For my favorite war machine must know, your brother will be kept by her. So run now. Run. As fast as you can to that land. The land of the same forest I grabbed you from. Ta-ta! Go!
That's not me.
Bye-bye. As you see the green fade from the wanderer's eyes and him start seemingly going back to a normal state. As he falls to the floor with a knife in his back.
Oh. A funny feeling. You know that witch that we keep seeing every now and then?
It was not Hela.
I feel like she's behind this.
Well, that right there, that wasn't Hela. The voice nowhere near her. Even Hela wouldn't call me her favorite war machine. That was Loki. Hela is behind this though. And they both will die. For not just the fact of my brother, but for the fact that they killed one of my people. As Radrock takes this dagger out of the back and puts it out of the back of the Wanderer and puts it into his bag. That fucking backstabber will have his mail returned to him. To my farmland.
You think he's the one that captured your brother?
I don't... He couldn't. But he probably sent them there. Most likely to keep her away from him for as long as he can. He said he owed me. But now I have to return this favor. Whatever. We go to my farmland. If my brother hasn't been taken yet, we'll have a chance at getting him. Possibly. So as he says that, he starts walking, taking the rest of you with him. They go walk to the Furin's farmland. There we go. Right now, y'all, technically you should be over here. Y'all be here. Y'all start walking down all the way over to Furin's farmland. As you enter the farmland, you now notice the main reason of what's going on.
Oh.
As you see blood splattered, horses killed, a dog down the road, a wolf of some kind, big as it is, killed as well. Soldiers on... All you can see right now are the soldiers to the right of you, who just are finishing out throwing torches on top of the haystacks. All of them glowing with nothing but blue from their eyes. You now have the roll for initiative as they look at you.
I got a 10.
Got a 10.
Give me a sec.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Why don't I also roll for
27.
28?
I have 27. I'm not 27, 28.
Yeah.
28.
I'm gonna roll for Araxis just cause 19. And Radrock 7. Alright. Wait. You definitely go first, Esther.
She prepares her halberd as usual in combat as she approaches the guards to attack.
How far do you want to be from them? So you're good. Because you can see that there are two rangers, and there's 2 rangers, and the rest 4 of them are plated metal soldiers.
I'm gonna hit the archer, since the halberd has a reach of 10 feet.
Alright. Roll for hit.
$13.
That does not hit. You would like to re-roll?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
22.
That definitely hit. Roll for damage.
12.
Alright. Do you have an idea where you want to swing this at? I don't
Right
know.
into the archer shoulder.
Right into their shoulder. As you swing the
Yep.
halberd. Sorry, say again.
Yep.
Alright. As you swing
Halberd.
as you swing the halberd directly at their shoulder, they instantly get a extreme fucking gash in them, and as they take that hit, they start bleeding profusely, but yet still standing, as the blue glow now glows brighter within that wound. But they do take significant damage.
Curious. I take damage?
No, they take damage. They take the damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, Zeta, you got a...
I end my turn now.
Yep. Rosetta got 10, 19. One of them has to re-roll. Alright, so it is now Araxis' turn. I'm just gonna have Araxis do one hit. Oh, Jesus Christ, with the lance, the nat 20 plus... Alright. If only Prisma was here to see that he got that roll. And he got 15 damage as he tries to go stabbing, as he tries to stab this plated man right here, directly in front of him, with his lance, directly stabbing him through the chest. As he stabs him through the chest, the enemy takes the damage, but significantly, strangely less than the amount of damage that you put on the ranger. Alright. Now it is... Ooh. What happened?
No, I accidentally the stream stopped. So
Oh, okay.
I had to re-stream it.
Okay. Alright, and it is now one of the enemy's turns. I believe so, right? What did you get, Rosetta, on your roll?
I got a 10.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely the enemy's turn. So I believe it is... Yep, 4 of their turns. So I'm just gonna power through these 4 real quick. That one doesn't hit. That archer right here gets a hit. So this archer right here, let me ping this one. This one aims up and tries to now shoot their arrow directly at Araxis. So let's see if they get that hit with advantage. Uh, 15. All right. So they get 15 damage to Araxis, hitting him directly in the shoulder. Doing 15 damage on him. Alright. It is now Rosetta's turn, yep. Because the rest of them all missed.
I'm moving closer.
Don't forget that you have spells as well.
Yeah, I know. 10 feet. Rosestta goes for, this one. The guy in the middle, like between the archer and the back.
Yeah, this one right here.
And, yeah.
Yep.
And she throws her, ice knife at him.
Okay.
And she got an 18.
You got a hit.
With 6 damage.
Do you have an idea where you want it to be thrown?
I wanna try to hit the ice slots.
Eye slots. As you throw the
Yeah.
the ice dagger at the slot of their eyes, it directly impacts, freezing up their head as it hits them directly in their right eye. Keep it where they start being frozen in their place. No movement, but frozen. Cannot say they are dead, but I cannot say they are alive. They just look still.
They are frozen.
They just look still. Would you like to do a bonus action?
You have to move closer, I think.
Depends on what you're planning
Yeah,
on doing.
Rosestta moves closer. Oh, my sickle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Inventory.
Make sure you equip that sickle on you.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Gotta make it sick and nasty. Sick and cool.
Okay, 5 feet.
Are you measuring them
Rosestta...
5 feet away from you?
Yeah.
They're directly in front of you, and you're just like, how far are you from me?
Rosestta swings her sickle at the archer in front of her and hopefully gets a hit.
Hopefully.
With a 21?
Yep. You've got a hit. Where are you planning on throwing this hit at?
7.
Where are you planning on throwing this hit at?
On the head.
On the head, so you're just putting those, like this pointy bit down on their head, or are you going downwards on this? Or are you going
I'm trying to slice their head in half.
from up to down to up, or left to right?
Left to right.
Alright. As you swing the sickle at their head, you hit their head perfectly, slicing their head completely in half. They're not dead, though. They're still standing and ready. But they are... They are basically... Think of it as if you made a whole-ass fucking Play-Doh character, and yet you took the very top of their head off. The bottom's still there, and they're still there. God, is there a lot of blood coming out? But the blue glow is somehow glowing even brighter on this already pretty heavily damaged archer here. Alright. Now I'm gonna roll for these two, because they still somehow go before Ragnarok. Neither one of them hit anyone. Okay. What a great thing for these people. Alright, and now Ragnarok comes over here It says the only way of killing these idiots is by doing this. And he swings he gets his great axe ready. He barely gets a hit there. And now he takes his fucking great axe and he just fucking goes downwards through their whole fucking body. From the fucking very tip top down very much in half, and he stops directly, and I mean directly, in the middle of their back. And then this archer, or ranger, or thing dies. And that is how you do it. Meanwhile, there's about 5 other enemies around him. Anyways, Esther, it's your turn now.
Esther moves closer to the other archer and the soldier.
Other archers. So here.
Yes.
Alright.
She takes her halberd once more and tries to do a sweeping motion, trying to hit the archer and the soldier.
Okay. Roll.
Do I roll to hit?
Yep, roll to hit. Right, alien.
19.
You get a hit. Swing for damage. Roll for damage, I mean. Swing for damage.
8.
8. So as you swing this axe, do you have an idea of generally how you're planning on, like, where you're aiming with this? Like, when it comes to your circle pattern?
She steadies herself and her body as she takes 2 arms and is preparing for this sweeping motion of her blade, imagining it guiding through the shoulder of the archer to the near neck of the soldier.
Alright. As you do this, the axe completely goes through the archer's shoulder, cutting their neck at a diagonal angle. Not a diagonal, at a vertical. Vertical? It basically goes through their neck.
Yes, vertical.
Yeah, it goes directly through, cutting their head off, and then going directly towards the other, towards the soldier. I believe is the one below you.
Yes.
Yep, and it goes directly into his neck, cutting his neck off, but they still stand.
Standing, basically dead.
Yep, he's not dead, nor is he seem alive. Can't say he's either right now. There's blood coming out, but there's also a big blue glow coming out from their necks. As Ragnarok now looks at you and says, Esther, they're back. As he points at what seems to be a soft glow of blue coming from their back, and he says, you need to hit them in their back.
Very well then.
Do you wish
Esther, for her bonus damage, summons her spiritual weapon of the hand axe once more and tries to strike the archer in the back where the crystal is.
Yep.
$12.
Did not hit. As you summon this weapon, it doesn't form into the weapon that you think it does, and it forms into a brick falling to the ground. Pretty much hitting them on the foot.
Versus.
Looney Tunes style. All right. Now going over to forget. Yeah, Araxis. That's what I thought. Okay. Araxis now, as he hears Ragnarok say this, tries throwing this lance directly into the upper back of that same enemy that he just stabbed with the lance through their stomach. He gets strangely a good hit there. Alright, and as Araxis stabs through the back, or stabs through the front of the chest, he only barely gets through though, but doesn't stab all the way through. But I'll give him one more chance, just because I'm nice. Probably. Never mind. He won't give himself a chance. Araxis fucks up that hit. He just dings it off the shield. As he takes his lance again, he tries stabbing through the same spot and instantly dings off the shield and just sort of, slides against the shield, deflecting. And now it is these two guards turn up above both of you. See if they get any chance. Nope, never mind. It is now Rosetta's turn. Fuck these guys.
Rosetta taking heed of Ragnarok's warning about the back. She goes over here, takes her sickle, and tries to aim for the back.
Okay. Roll a hit.
8.
No. As you try to go for the back, you successfully hit the back, but the sickle, everybody else around you hears, just starts making a scraping noise against the plated metal on the back of the soldier. All you hear is real quick. Would you like to try again?
She's gonna try that again. Yeah.
Before he has a chance of
She's
turning.
She's gonna try that again. 21.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead for damage.
4.
As you go viciously again after having that extreme fuck up, you very much throw this sickle again before he could even get the chance of looking at you. You just go, Patch! And just stab him directly in the back, spearing him directly through that crystal. With a fucking perfect hit, he then shatters into blue dust. He's gone now. Alright, it is now the other two. It is now the other three guys' turn.
I feel accomplished today.
Only one that, I swear to God, I hate these fucking... Oh wait, no. I forgot one more. I swear to God, I hate these fuckers' rolls. Alright. Well, the guy who's standing directly in front of Araxis goes again. He gets a hit, but I'm gonna find out if he gets any damage on him. Okay. It's not the best hit, but it's a hit. I mean, it's not the best damage, but it's damage. As this soldier directly in front of Araxis takes his sword and swings it at Araxis. He just goes for a slashing motion directly at his chest, basically putting a good old scar right in Araxis's chest. But which ends up giving him a good, nice, thrifty 5 damage. I like how he got an 18 on fucking... What was it? 18 on the hit? Yeah, he got an 18 on the hit, but he got 5 damage on him. Oh, well, I actually healed him for 5. There we go. Alright. Now it's Radrock's turn. The one who got the shittiest roll out of all these enemies. As Radrock goes up to the one that just took a slash at Araxis, he rolls to hit him with his great axe, definitely gets a hit, and now fucking destroys the back of this. Phrasing, by the way, but utterly fucking destroys the rear end of this soldier, utterly chopping him into fucking pieces. It's dead now. Alrighty. Back to Esther.
Esther is still frustrated at the fact that she failed on that. Takes her frustrations out on the archer and soldier once more with her halberd. 19.
Yep. On the archer.
12 damage.
Where are you planning on hitting this? The same, directly in the back, I'm guessing? Or hopefully hitting on the back? Or are you trying to chop through them?
Aiming for the back where the gem is, yes.
Alright. Granted, they're not facing you, but it seems like Esther needs this. Esther, with the might of anger that she has in her body and disappointment in everybody around her, she now summons the strength to fucking barrage this halberd directly through the front of this archer, all the way through the fucking back, killing the motherfucker, turning them into blue dust. Archer's dead now.
And someone just died.
Is that alien?
I think so.
Oh, bye, alien.
Yeah. It was alien.
Alright, do you wish to try? You wish to attack anything else, Esther?
Esther tries one more time with her bonus action to summon her spiritual weapon to hit the other soldier in the back at where the blue gem is.
Yep.
19.
You definitely got a hit. Roll for damage.
12.
As you have this spiritual weapon. Oh, welcome back again.
Welcome back.
Oh, it's Squawk. Okay. But as you throw this
Hi.
as you throw this summon this weapon directly into their back, it doesn't even just spawn behind their back, it spawns directly inside of their back and starts slicing away the insides until it hits the crystal at the last moment, exploding the enemy directly into blue dust. Alrighty. Alright, don't know why he joined this. But now it's Araxis' turn. Goddamn, why am I on that? Alright, so Araxis now picks up his spear. I'm gonna let him use the spear for once. He tries to aim at it. Oh, Jesus, a nice fucking 20. And 6 damage. He tries to stab directly into the front, through the doing the same thing, just trying to stab through him all the way towards the back with his spear, successfully doing so, destroying it in the killing it into dust in the process. As y'all stand there, y'all now start hearing soldiers all the way towards the entrance of the building to your left, where Ragnarok's, where you all start running towards it. Noticing there's now 3 more enemies. All that aren't really just growing blue. None of them are growing blue here. They're all glowing red. And the red is just everywhere on their armor. Their armor glows red. All of your initiatives still stand, I'll let you know this. I just have to roll for theirs. Okay, cool. Esther. Here we go, as they all start turning towards you guys.
Esther walks up to the 2 soldiers and also tries to strike them both at once into their backs where the red gem is located. "23.
As you swing, you need to now roll for damage.
"10 damage.
Sweet. As you swing, aiming for what you believe is a gem on their backs, there is no gem. Their armor takes the blunt of all the damage, breaking apart, but still hovering, still somehow staying together, even though none of it is. Their armor pretty much hanging in the air and still being a part of them, as if by magic. But they take that damage, both of them. Do you wish to do another?
Esther, becoming more frustrated that they won't go down, summons her spiritual weapons and strikes them once more. 20.
Yep. That's where you're planning on hitting them?
Just striking them, and the damage is 13.
As you start swinging
Basically,
as you start swinging at
a Fury Smite.
As you start swinging at these 2 enemies, the one directly above you, next to the door of the building, takes a bunch of the slashes, but the armor just ends up still staying there, but taking all the damage, as if the armor is literally absorbing a lot of it. But the enemy to your left, as you relinquish the rest of your blows onto him as well, as you hit him, his armor takes a lot of damage, but then out of nowhere, when you strike the last strike, you hit his sword. His sword then makes him kneel down a little bit for about 5 seconds as he kneels. Anyways, it is now Araxis' turn. Yep. Araxis now comes over and tries to swing at the enemy directly to your left, stab him with the spear directly, I guess. He gets a hit. He does damage. He stabs directly, trying to stab through the armor, and his spear gets stuck within his armor. But he does stab through it, and now just seems to be a part of the armor. Anyways, Rosestta, it's your turn now.
Rosestta goes up to the one over here. And takes her sickle and aims at the hand of holding the sword.
Okay. Is it the one directly to your right or above?
Yeah,
you?
no.
Right.
It's above me.
Yeah, you don't hit at all. You want to try again?
Yeah.
I would just say you hit his shoulder.
23.
You get a hit. Roll for damage.
With 6.
As you swing directly at the hand that is holding the sword, you chop the very sword off with a sickle, killing the enemy in the process.
No, it was the one above.
Killing the one above you in the process.
I think we have to aim for the sword, guys.
Noted.
Noted, as Radrock says too. Radrock now coming up to the enemy, grabbing him with his hands to rip his hand off. 30! Jesus Christ! Okay, Radrock. Radrock utterly just fucking grabs the motherfucker's hand that's connected to the sword, rips the sword out of his hand, killing the guy in the process, while also ripping his arm off too. Guy's dead.
A little violent there, Nurok.
I can hear somebody in the building, and if I do not get to him, everyone here will die.
Okay.
And as I said, it is now that one remaining enemy's turn. He hits nobody at all. Like, nobody. Not a single fucking person here.
We haven't shaken his boots knowing that he's fucked.
Yeah, he's literally just fucking like, oh, good. Like, you don't hear him making any actual, like, words, but you can hear just sounds in the armor going, as if he's shitting himself currently. And, now going back to Esther, the one he's directly looking at, shitting himself.
Esther, slightly tapping the handle of her halberd in one hand. You know, like one of those like scenes where they're doing the intimidating motion
like the
with
bat
the
to
baton.
the hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm assuming this guard is short because Esther's like about 6 feet tall.
Yeah, you don't even have to even assume. You just always know everybody's gonna be short.
Can I just say, I want Esther to just step on one of these guys one of these days.
Bro, I've been hoping at some point. You did that to a guy who was technically almost dead.
I was thinking, didn't Esther literally do that not too long ago to an enemy?
Yeah, but he was like on the ground at disadvantage.
No,
like I think she means full on, just step the fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. Some point, get a good enough roll on that. You could do that now if you get a good enough acrobatics roll. Even athletics I take.
Anyways, Esther, with her eyes seeming to be glowing underneath her dark brim black hat she wears, is looking down on this man, only her eyes showing as her face is completely blackened out as she stares down at this man. And she raises her halberd axe straight above her head as she goes down in a single motion, splitting him down in half in the middle.
Hmm? In the middle?
What? Do you want me to do something different? I'm open to suggestions.
I don't know. It kind of seems like the armor seems to be something that doesn't really do much to them.
You know what?
You haven't swung the hit yet, so.
Name, okay?
Go for the sword! Go for the sword!
I was gonna say, Shade, what do you want me to do?
Sir, I think you should go for the sword. Rosestta says.
Okay. Sorry about that. My phone was ringing.
You're good.
I can ignore them.
It's okay. Esther, go for the sword.
Esther slightly rolls her eyes, thinking this is not going to be as fun. Anyways,
Yeah.
I was going to do something else, but I guess I could save it for another time. Esther brings her axe and goes into a vertical strike to the side, striking the sword.
Okay. Roll a hit.
Nat 20, 30.
You definitely, you know what? I'm not even gonna have you roll for damage unless you want to. I can tell you how it's already gonna go.
Make it elaborate as you want.
You utterly fucking gruesomely just chop this man's fucking hand off, chop his arm off, chop his other arm off, chopped his leg off, his other leg off, his dick off at the same time. You just made fucking minced meat out of this fucker after you chopped his arm off. He dead. Like, no dust, no anything. He's just there on the ground, minced meat.
Good job.
Now that's more fun.
As you guys start standing there, starting to move.
Wait, can I heal Araxis real quick with Land of Heal?
You can?
I don't know if Land of Heal is that's how it works. I tried reading into that.
I gotta read back into that. I'm pretty sure it heals, but I feel like it's more of a damage. Let me check. Land of Heal as magic actually expand use of your wild
I don't mean to poop on the party, but I'm like...
Vitality, giving flowers and life-draining thorns appear for a moment and a 10-foot radius centered on that point. Each creature of your choice in the sphere must take a Constitution saving throw against your spell, saving DC, taking 2d6 necrotic damage on it. So, this is you hit an enemy in an area effect, and it heals the people. It heals you.
So is that more of a combat thing, or?
It's a combat thing. It does damage to the enemies, and gives you. Then you heal yourself with with it, basically.
Okay.
It's like you damage things and it heals you. It's
Okay,
like
so
life
basically
sapping.
All I
That'd be
kept
more
seeing was
helpful if
Land of
combat's
Heal,
not-
and it wasn't really making sense. So.
Yeah, let's not try to take anybody's life here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that then. He's just gonna have to take long rest. Cause I don't think I have any more potions.
I mean, technically Esther is a cleric. She has.
Yes,
Yeah.
you could just have him heal.
Yeah. But I'm just going to force heal him. Cause wouldn't matter either way if long rest happened. But as you guys all stand outside that door of that building, you now see Radrock start walking up and going inside. Does door opening noise. Where now you guys get the
Oh,
fun.
he ugly.
Are you saying that in character?
No, out of character.
Okay.
I'm talking about the little weird dude that you just uncovered.
Radrock's brother.
Oh.
As you guys walk in there, spoiler alert, Radrock says, "Brother, you're alive." And they're meditating in the middle of, in front of that table, is seemingly a younger looking dude than Radrock. They're Saiyans, the very brother Radrock, Ragnir Varric. As he
Oh,
sits
that's
there,
gonna get confusing.
as he sits there, meditating, he opens one of his eyes, noticing that his brother is standing in front of him, calmly stands up and says, "Didn't expect you to be here. Not in a long time. What are you doing here, brother? Thought you were off in the stomping grounds, killing a bunch of British people. And who are your friends?" As he seems very calm, unnervingly calm to the rest of you, but normal to Ragnarok.
You guys are related.
Is he normally this calm?
Well, I usually am. I would hope I am. Before I was ever a king thousands of years ago, I was literally just a priest. Worshipping the gods. All gods.
And your brother's God.
I know the irony is quite unnerving. I have nothing to fear. I'm always safe. What can I help all of you for? Strange that you have to come rushing in here. You're looking quite strange,
We
brother.
thought you were in danger.
Oh.
Because somebody
usually
said
am.
that you were captured? Or tied up?
I was a week ago, but that was a week ago. I knew that a lot of war has been happening around us, but I decided to meditate. I knew either way I would have been safe. Nobody is allowed to kill me. Or can. Isn't that right, big brother? Or should I say little brother? Well, Loki made me think. Loki will make you think anything to scare you. You know how that trickster is. But in reality, I'm fine. There's a lot of smoke out there. But I don't really have anything to worry about. If any capture was happening to me, though, I believe it was because I let them believe they were keeping me in here. They couldn't really take me anywhere else. Strangely enough, they were all normal. Don't know what all that weird dust is doing floating around now. Seems quite strange, brother. You're telling me that Hela is around again? As blue dust and red dust start floating around inside of the room, as he is pointing at it with his hand, saying, with the fact of him saying, "Hela, it's back again." Yes, but I am sorry, brother. For what? I believe my powers are being kept from me now. Your powers? Oh, your powers. I know what it is. But none of you have introduced yourselves to me. That's how I shouldn't be treated.
I'm Rosesetta.
Nice to meet you, Rosestta. I am Regnir Virik, the older brother of Ragnarok.
You don't look anything like brothers, to be honest. You look a little different.
Yeah, well, he kept me at an age. I don't even know what brother age is, but I did. Used to. Until after I was done being king. Then he decided I'm not allowed to die. That was, I believe, 2,385 years ago. But it seems that 2,385 years ago have kept me still looking in my old youth that I had. While my brother still looks like he is a 25-year-old boy.
That seems like the obvious.
Other than that,
Also, how do you get a yak to like you?
a yak to like you. I would say,
Yes. I have one kind of following me, and I need to kind of take care of it.
I would say at this point, there's not much you can do. A yak liking you is quite a blessing of the gods, usually. In fact, Odin would usually tell people that they need to cover their yaks in blue paint to offer them to the giants. So if anything, you probably have a giant's blessing on you. If it wasn't obvious by this big oaf being next to you.
Well, here's the thing. He's just been following me. It's not really my yak.
And as you say this yak just now, you can see his head with his one eye pointing just outside of the doorway. Just staring. Oh, that yak.
Yeah.
He looks like he has a lot of your attention. Well, you have a lot of his attention. Good happy you're a fae, would you?
Yes, I am a fae.
Have you, gained anything of his recently?
I'm aware of just his attention. I thought
You
he
have
didn't
his
get attention
attention.
from anything else.
Well, then that does it. You have that yak's attention. Knowing your kind, I wouldn't really expect you to want to give it back to him. As he says very cheerfully in a happy mood. As if he finds it humorous.
So you're saying I should just become friends with the yak?
I really think you're able to become friends with them after your kind takes anything of theirs. Unless you say, can I have your friendship? But that's a whole other contract that I believe you will have to take from him. Anyways, besides the obvious yak in the room, what can I help any of you with? Seems that you all came here with quite the ruckus outside. Well, I was told you were that you were being held. Also, the parents' land was being attacked. You did nothing, as usual. You expect me to fight? Funny, Ragnarok. I'm not a fighter. I couldn't even lift my arms when it came to this farmland. But I cared a lot. Look inside here, everything looks nice. It's smoky. Well, that's just probably because of fire that was on the roof. It happens. Well, we need to talk, brother. As Radrock takes his brother outside, escort, you know, closing the door behind him, with y'all still being inside of here. He takes his brother outside to talk to him for a little bit. You hear murmurs of him of him saying death, kill, and hella. Not very close, but not in that order, but just talks of it. Little hints that that's coming through the wall. And then also you hear Ragnar saying, "What the hell happened to Rin?" And then his brother saying, "Calm down. Calm down. He's dead." "He shouldn't die," as they come back inside and saying, "That's Rin has been part of this land for a very long time. You don't just kill a wolf like that. She's a beaut. A grade A beaut." Well, it already happened, brother. Anyways, you ready, brother? As Radrock looks at Araxis, pointing at him to come here. Araxis goes over there. Ragnar then says, "Yep, let me just make sure that everything's according." Starts praying, making a very, very hard thing of pray, saying, "Oh dear Father, oh Father, let this be heard. Do not let this act seen as aggression, for I will be coming. I know my brother will never, and I accept that. But please seek these souls to find out exactly what their purpose is. Do not banish them, do not harm them. Let their blessings be a blessing upon you." And as he says that, Radrock hands over his hand axe to Araxis, gives him a nod, and Araxis stabs Ragnar directly in the heart, killing the brother of Ragnarok. And as he goes faint, collapsing on the floor, a pool of blood surrounding Ragnar, and Ragnarok looking down, holding his fist tight, without a single word coming out of his mouth, and a single look, without any looking, without a single eye glance at any of you, walks out of the building, whilst taking a torch off the wall, and throws it at, and says, "You may want to leave the building. I have set it on fire."
Rosetta quickly scrambles out of the building, grabbing the yak.
And as
Tommy
Ragnar's
leaves the building.
and as you see Ragnar's body left on the table, bleeding, fire surrounding the whole of the area. Everything seems quiet. All you hear is the fire burning, the building falling and collapsing. A building that seems to have been there for way longer than any building at all that you have seen. Even the one that you went in that was in ruins did not seem as old as this. It seemed like every relic was in that building. Things that even people don't use in any of the kingdoms anymore, where there is such outdated technology to them, were very well preserved in there. And as the quietness is heard, the building collapse, the fire, the crackle, you then see a big glowing light beam down, a lightning strike hit, fire rise, and everything of every single element, every single action of destruction, chaos happening directly on and around Ragnarok. Something of pure chaotic power. unnatural as it is, you hear it. And then it stops as Radrock stands there, now towering, bigger than all of you, as if his size of his body just grew, as if his strength just exponentially became bigger. And then all you hear is from cities around are loud, loud war horns. And you see it over the hill outside of the farm. You notice something that you thought that makes you fear. Instead of it being a few people, a few enemies. Oh, 1 second, wrong one.
I was gonna say, I want to fight the bull.
You notice 3 large military armies. Enemy. From the same enemies that attacked Reigns. But large. Exponentially large. Crazily large, actually. How many more words can I say for large?
Ginormous.
Humongous.
Yep, they are armadas. 3 armadas.
Monstrous
Yep.
size.
There we go.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Yep, there we go.
Gigantic.
We always say
Grande.
humongous. You see all these armies surrounding the city, the very farmland, the farmland in the city of Fjord.
Oh, wow.
You good?
I'm good.
Alright.
It's like
Okay.
colossal. That's another size from big.
Alright.
The
By the way,
size of a coliseum.
there we go.
I don't think we're gonna be able to fight those. And they don't look friendly.
Radrock, hearing you say that, all you see him do is give you a laugh. You can't. I will. As you see him
I'm putting my
swing,
trust in you, big
as
guy.
you see him take his big fucking axe with the power of might, swings it at a very rapid speed in a slashing formation from right to left, directly towards this military group right here. You see about half of their people get wiped the fuck out. Boom.
Be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
Yep.
Okay.
And boom. About 400 of their health just went away in one swipe. He does the same to the other, and the same to the third. All their health lowering down by 100, by 400. Saying, it's not that hard. They just need to die.
Yeah, maybe for a giant that just had powers upon him be a. Whoa, hold on. Hello. Maybe for a giant that just had powers bestowed upon him.
As you say this, he now gets ready. One of the large army, the first one he attacked, goes in for an attack on him. And did they get a hit? I need to. What is his armor class? No, they do not get a hit. The other one tries to attack him as well. They get a hit. They knock how much fucking damage on him? Roll 1d12.
Meanwhile, Rosestta is still holding the yak in her arms for some unknown reason.
They go to attack Ragnarok, swinging, all of them at once, swinging at him, all of them missing. Even though they contact him with their swords, they all miss him. Every single one of their swords shattering as they hit him. Even with the exponential attack, they still have no chance. The other one, same action. The other one, same action. And as they get fearful, they start readying their bowmen. By the way, the red resembles their bowmen readying. And Ragnarok standing there, swings again and starts using his hand axes as the means of attacking, not even needing to roll for hit, just swings at attack, killing this army. This army's still alive, that army's still doing it. And as they start readying their bowmen, they are completely ready. And now they go for an attack on him.
Hello.
Who is this? Oh, back in. And as they start readying their bowmen start their attack. Aim! Ready! Fire! As they ready their bows, they attempt to fire all of them at Ragnarok with a cloud just blocked by arrows, all swarming to aim directly onto where Ragnarok is standing. They all land, not even getting a single hit. Even the ones that made contact with his skin broke. They stand there scared, readying their swords as fast as they can. But Ragnarok, swinging his axe, attempts to kill another set of their army. This time, the one down there, destroying them, grabbing his two hand axes, swinging them at a ferocious rate, where every single swing on them hits with lightning. Literal lightning landing on them, burning them alive, all of them, severely. That army being destroyed. This last military group, now ready with their foot soldiers, attempt their one last attack on him. They attempt to attack him again. So I gotta get it. They throw all their swords at him, trying their best to bash, to hit, to swing, at no avail, for all Ragnarok does is simply go behind every single one of them with the very dagger that he took from the wanderer's back who was stabbed earlier in the town of Lim. He stabs each and every one of them in the back. The army fully almost dismantled with only 100 of their soldiers left. Now, trying to now ready their bowsmen. Only 50 of them at the ready. Attempts to hit. They aim, ready, and all miss. Not a single one of them have any morale to keep going. Ragnarok looks at them and says, "Run." or die. Those are your choices. As he runs at them, slinging every single one and throwing them, ripping their heads directly from their bodies, taking their swords and stabbing them all, kills every single one of them except the general. He looks at them directly in the one general's eyes, the only eye that he left him, and says, "You see me. You witness me. You now feel me. Go to your land. Run. Go to your leader. Go to your cowards who hide in their towers. Have them find their deaths. Have them seek their gods. Have them know no heavens will seek them, for they are already dead." As he stabs that general's eye out, and as that general runs, with a message carved in his back, he starts looking at the town of Furn, hearing the same thing. As he had to go. Alright. As he hears the town of Furn being attacked, the bells still ringing in that town, you start seeing Ragnarok running as his whole army is defeated. He runs to the town of Furn. As you follow behind him, you now walk in to the very town of Furn.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
It's a
back.
blood massacre.
Yep. And as you guys walk in, Ragnarok now standing here, already defeating all that army, with the general running back. You now see this Minotaur at half health, two of the guards of the town having been killed. And these two guards here getting ready to kill this enemy that they were left. They try to go to attack him, to attack the Minotaur. And as they go to do it, this soldier right here, he goes for an attack on the Minotaur. This one also goes for an attack. Minotaur then dies. They look at each other, knowing that they both killed the impossible. Seeing Ragnarok standing there now, they both see him, saying, "Ragnarok, we did it! We did it! You attacked something and killed it!" And as Ragnarok is about to say that he's proud of them, Hela appears, growing, takes these two soldiers, killing them instantly with one simple word. They both die. She then looks at Ragnarok, saying, "You poor, simple fool. You thought you could win. You thought we gods would just let you have your power. Your curses will kill you. Your brother's already dead. You did our bidding. You did it so well you don't even know. Fate is your guide. Fate will be your end. None of you will outlive fate. All of you will die from it, as As she says this, Radrox throws his axe directly at her as she vanishes. Radrock then running directly to the same spot of where she stood, throwing down 5 of the gems that he took out of the soldiers' backs that he stabbed earlier from that military groups. Throws them on the floor, throws his axes on the ground, sticking them in the ground and saying words in Runic. Old Runic. No, nothing that anybody in these lands would ever speak. As if he's speaking the gods' language. Summoning a portal. A portal that seems to glow, screech, and chime. As he looks back at all of you, he says, "Fate will not be the end. I will kill fate, or die trying." Which then, as Radrock says this, he disappears through the portal with a wave. And that, everyone, as that is said, you're all left there in a town with nothing but dead civilians and dead soldiers. A town outside covered in a battlefield of dead enemies. One person comes up.
A field of coal. I was gonna say, do you mean to say a field of corpse of friends, acquaintances, and foes?
Yeah. Well, outside the city is nothing but enemies. So, unless you count the enemy as friends, it's on you.
No, I meant like soldiers of the Jarl. I'm like,
oh no. Everything out there was enemies. Everything inside the town, it would be friends or foes. But outside the town was
okay.
enemies.
I thought a few allies died too.
No. Oh no. But as you stand there in that town filled with nothing but dead, the soldiers and knights and armies from Rains and Sorn and the Stomping Grounds appear as the second in command of war chiefs comes up. "I have been noted by Ragnarok just a little bit ago. I've been notified to come here. He told us directly that we need to come here. He says that his need to be here has outweighed by his need to make sure that everything else has been killed. That no threats will arise for him or his people. But there's much to do still here. There's more things that he would like to say, but there's no time for him to say it. He has accorded us to make sure to let you know that the kingdom here has fallen. We have no knowledge of how. He's just told us there's no right for the kings here to live. Everyone in these lands has a right to defend it, but nobody here will. He inquires you, the only people he sees worthy of his lands, even for outsiders, that you need to go to each kingdom, get each king, jarl, and take their heads off. For if you don't, they'll come for you. That is all he told us to tell you. But for now, we will be in these lands, taking care of the people, bringing the fawns back up, healing everyone in the sick, and the hurt, and the injured. But for now, please take a rest. We will look after these people. But come tomorrow, we will need an answer for a question of who will take over this land. And with that said, that is the end of session 4.
Return to Axel.
One of us will be chosen.
Anyways,
I don't want to be in charge.
you have no choice.
Okay, Alex.